Om Shanti. Here, I would like to describe in few words about what is fear. What do we mean by fear? Fear is of various types, and analyzing each is not required here. Fear, I feel, is an impurity. Yes, an impurity. Why is one afraid? Perhaps because he is egoistic. It can be an excessive concern about one's own security. Fear can come when we are not able to comprehend relationships. Relationships are not always between people, but between ourselves and nature, ourselves and property, ourselves and ideas. And as long as these relationships are not understood, fear remains. To be related is life, and without relationship there is no life. Nothing exists in isolation. Fear is not an abstraction. Fear exists only in relation to something. And apart from these reasons, the ultimate is not having the habit of spontaneous trust in the divine. Looking deeply into things make us realize, yes, this is the true reason. The root of the matter is lack of trust. If we have faith in God above, it would be easy for us to understand that whatever He does and makes happen for us is for our best. We would not be afraid. We fear of not advancing, of not becoming. There is a fear of the unknown, of the death, the fear of suffering, the pain. But again, trust in the divine and His creation is what we lack, and this alone can help us conquer fear. Fear emanates from our mind, where our thoughts are processed. But one cannot think without words, without mind creating images, words, symbols, which are prejudice, the post-knowledge projection of certain facts, and these apprehensions create our fear. How can one conquer fear? One remedy is to face boldly what one fears. When one is put to face the danger the fear disappears. In fact, true courage, in its deepest sense, is to face everything in life from the smallest to the greatest, from the material to those of the spirit, without a shudder, without the heartbeats going faster, without trembling. It can be done only when one knows that he is an immortal entity called soul, and that we are not bodies through which we are playing our roles in the unlimited game on this earth. There can be freedom from the fear only when the minds look at a particular fact without giving it a name, a label. But this is very, very difficult. The feelings, the reactions, and the anxieties that we have are immediately given a word by the mind. The moment a name is given to a fear, it gains strength. But if we are able to look at the fear without a name, it disappears, it goes away. We no longer resist it. The more resistance, the more pain, the more stress. Therefore, the wisest attitude then is not to escape, run away, but to transform the fear, put the light of consciousness, knowledge upon it, convert the fear to cure it altogether. In life, we come across so many people, fearless, some to the extent of being a fool hardly, some very cautious, too cautious to think and see the positive of anything. They would simply not trust anything. Can you say that is normal? No. In both the situations, the excess is wrong. I would say excess of anything is bad. Something what we all understand. Well, a very close friend of mine was facing problems in her life, with her relations, and that was sheer fear, lot of apprehensions, anticipating anything without trying to understand the truth. The result is, she was left alone, she could not behave normally, and I had a real pity for her because I knew she had some trust issues in the past and they were lurking in her subconscious mind. It was a real task for me to try bringing her to her normal self. To justify herself, she would give wanton excuses which seemed abnormal to people. And our colleagues would say, "Is she a psycho? Does she have some personality disorder?" Since I knew the truth, I tried to pull her and tell her that it is wrong to judge people the way she was doing. Being cautious is not wrong, but biased thoughts takes us away from the positive energies from God Himself. I asked her to meditate, be a good, kind, and helpful human being without any fear, and feel the supreme power, walk with her, and never feel alone. Today, by God's grace, she has overcome her apprehensions and is living a happy life and has learned to maintain healthy relations. And I see her spreading positive vibrations and God's love through her smiles, through her deeds. Friends, it is not that easy, I know. It is difficult to forget the unfortunate past, but not that difficult. One needs to put in sincere efforts to remove the apprehensions of the mind and the prejudiced thoughts. Sincere efforts with complete trust in the divine definitely pay and bring joy. I hope you enjoyed this brief session. Om Shanti.